Hey, Andrew.
Andrew?
Where'd Andrew go?
He was just here.
He was right, just around the...
What happened to the
Andrew.
whiskey bottle, too?
Ah, jeez. He take... Oh, God.
Shit, where's the West? Oh my god.
Alright. Anyway. So welcome back, guys, to another Culz review episode. Because it's around the time of Tombstone, we are checking out the Wild West episode, Shootout at the OK Corral.
In Moscow.
Not in Moscow. It happened in Tombstone, Arizona.
It was in Utah, wasn't it?
Yeah,
That was the whiskey. The whiskey.
Oh, the whiskey.
Ah,
Whiskey's Utah.
So off topic.
Not Russia.
So if you have watched our channel, though, this is a series, The Wild West. And we did already cover the Billy the Kid episode that Matt may have alluded to. And so we thought, hey, let's keep checking it out. It's kind of weird, though. We keep going to the BBC to watch documentaries on America. So most of you probably know about the Shootout, the OK Corral. Obviously, in the early 90s, there was a ton of movies. Most notably, Tombstone.
Andrew?
I heard that, too. I think it was Andrew.
Andrew.
Hey, Andrew, come on. We're filming.
He disappeared with the fucking whiskey gun. He gone.
He's probably knocked out right now.
Yeah. Good thing we got some
I told you
Tombstone
not to give him
pizzas.
that vodka.
It wasn't vodka. It was whiskey, right?
It was whiskey. So this really covers their trials and tells the two different stories of what happened that day. And I like that because at first it really sets up like, whoa, the Wyatts were in the wrong. You know, they did this as a vendetta. And I think this is something in the mid to late 2000s, I think was really popular, was the story of the Earps as the bad guys. Mm-hmm. And then towards the middle you start seeing, okay, well this really happened because of a bounty incident that went astray. And then, you know, he was drunk, he tried to kill Wyatt. And then, it was just escalated so quickly. And so I thought it was really cool just to see it in that perspective. Which means now, hey, we'll go watch the actual Tombstone, review it, and see how accurate it got it, right? I think it actually does get it pretty close to what happened. There's some minor differences. We don't get the awesome line of, I'll be your Huckleberry.
Oh, well.
Alright, so as usual, because Matt's our film guy, we're going to hand it off to him. Talk about the acting and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it actually had a familiar face in it. Liam Cunningham. Most of you know him from the Game of Thrones.
Pretty popular up until season 8.
Yeah. It was pretty well. I mean, like I said, Wyatt is who Liam Cunningham played and did a really good job. Again, the BBC has not let me down, and they do a really good job on these documentaries with the acting, as far as acting goes.
Yeah, where they make documentaries fun. We might have another one coming up here in November. Not the Wild West, but by BBC, I'm pretty sure. But they always seem to try to make it so you want to sit down and watch their documentaries and make it fun. That way you're not sitting there bored. Because, nowadays it's hard to keep kids interested in history. And
yeah, for sure.
So you got to make it exciting. And so they make it exciting without straying from what happened. And I think that was important. So before we end, we're going to talk about some things we learned. Alright, so Sam, start off. What did you learn watching this one?
The Wild West laws were about he said, she say, essentially, but more he said than she said. It's all about, good poker faces.
Yeah, and, I guess just selling your story the most.
Yeah, it's all about selling your story the most.
I mean, I guess we'll do one more section after this where we say our thoughts on the whole incident. But yeah, it was more down to who sold the jury their story better. And, Clayton didn't do a good job because he threw out some lies that they all knew were lies. And
yep, under pressure moments. Getting someone under pressure
tell
to where
the truth, Don't tell lies. You'll be caught at some point. And
yep. Then it's just...
Then nothing you tell looks good.
Dope.
Matt, what about you?
Thought the Undertaker looked really good in the West. Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, Undertaker looked great.
Yeah, so we want to start a little movie fundraiser where we get Mark Calaway, aka the Undertaker, in like a fantasized version of Wyatt Earp. He kills someone, his eyes roll back. You know, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Definitely.
We'll never get that much money.
No, kind of like for real, going off what Sam said, you know, the Wild West was a whole different ballpark. I mean, if you didn't know somebody, you were guilty. I mean,
Right.
you had to know somebody.
Yeah, and I
You
think
couldn't be a stranger in the town and like be the innocent victim.
Oh yeah, if you're the
And then-
stranger, you're getting called out real quick.
Yeah.
Well, I think this is something you even saw in the Billy the Kid one. If you were hated by whoever was running that city, it doesn't matter if you were in the right, you're in the wrong.
Yep.
True.
Yeah.
Who has the most popular vote? But we all know from Red Dead, if you shoot somebody in the wilderness with nobody around, someone's always watching you.
Yeah, they just appear out of nowhere, and they're like, I'm going to tell on you, and you got to either bribe them
Oh, they don't even have
get
to
rid of
appear.
them.
They'll just, there's a witness, and then they just have a bounty out to you for no reason when there's no one around.
Yeah.
At some point, you'll see it on our channel. Culz Plays will come back, and we'll play Red Dead together as a team. We'll see if we can beat some campers, some spawners. I don't know. There's quite a bit of us, so hopefully we got the numbers game.
Or we'll hogtie Keegan, throw him off a bridge.
Probably. I mean, I'm pretty good at just getting myself in trouble in that game. I looked for the Yeti bones and fell off the mountain one time.
Speaking of Yetis, don't forget to check out our friends at the Sasquatch Outpost in Bailey, Colorado.
Heck yeah, they helped us a lot. They were very nice and got some cool merch from them.
Yeah.
They have a cool little museum, which you've either seen in our vlog or saw in our Makele and Membe video, where I showed some casts of the footprints up there.
And they can also take you out squatching if you're interested in that.
Yeah, hopefully that's a 2021 thing. See, this is
it's on my list.
it's on our list.
Yep.
We wanted to get to it this year. This year's been so crazy, obviously, with all the pandemic and everything.
Yep. Lots of hindrances.
What did I learn in this? I don't know.
I don't know. After the 1,000th time you've watched it.
It wasn't the 1,000th time. I watched it a couple times this week because
1001.
Yeah, probably 1,000.
yeah, I did watch it a couple times this week in case I was a little late today, which I ended up not being. I just liked, I guess, learn more of the court story. I thought that was cool. Like I said at the beginning, and just to see both sides of the story, and just seeing how the newspaper played it up, much like in the Billy the Kid one, where it built this fable around the incident. And that's something I think that comes in handy today, because you see it in the news or in the newspapers if you still read those, or on Facebook or any social media platform. You'll see stories put out there. They might not even be true, but they're repeated so much it's no longer a myth. It is the story, and that's something. It's interesting to see how far that goes back. And I'm sure you go back to ancient Rome, ancient Greece. I mean, it's as long as human civilization with consciousness has been around. It's probably been around like that. As long as your story is repeated, it becomes fact.
Yep.
And
There's
so,
kind of a saying about that.
yeah,
The lies of the victor becomes the truth.
history is written by the victor.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
By the victor's lies, so the truth is kind of diluted
Yeah. So
within all of that.
we gotta make sure we're all documenting everything so that future generations get accurate pieces of history. Which is hard, A lot of people, when they're doing stuff, even us, when we have fun little skits, people might take it as real, but they're just skits,
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so let's get to the ratings. And that way should you check it out? Should you not check it out? Sam?
Yeah, it was pretty good. I enjoyed it, so I would check it out.
What would you rate it, though, like, out of 10?
Probably an 8 out of 10.
Matt?
Didn't have UFOs, so
Oh, jeez.
It did. You didn't see it?
No,
It was in the clip.
I did see the Sasquatch walk behind there, so they got that going for them.
Like a Sasquatch could live in Arizona.
Yeah, it could.
No, it makes no sense.
That would make total sense.
Makes no sense.
I mean, they're aliens after all.
They are. This is not the Patterson footage. We're not continuing this.
Oh, we will always continue this debate.
Yep.
Interdimensional UFO Bigfoots? No.
Absolutely.
That could work, actually.
They could.
I'm on page with that. That could work. Very much so.
Alright, so Matt, not Tombstone.
The Tombstone pizza, 3, you know. The Supreme Pizza came with like 3 fucking olives on it.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah,
2
what
on
do
one
you
slice,
chip-
1 on another slice.
You jipping
barely.
us on the olives there, Tombstone?
Yeah,
Come
so
on,
we got a
what's
bunch
going
of
on?
Tombstone pizzas to go with our movie about, the
That's why we didn't do a rating on that and got some whiskey that wasn't
Yeah.
Tombstone.
yeah, they
Yeah,
gave us
Tombstone
3
failed.
olives. I was so sad.
Yeah.
Had good flavor.
But
not gonna lie.
outside of the Tombstone pizza, what did you think of the actual movie then?
No, I'm going to go a little higher than Sam. I'm going to go with an 8.5. Again, acting very well. The BBC did a great job on getting the facts and presenting it to you in a manner that you would follow along with. Where
it was fun too.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It was actually interesting to follow along, and you learned something instead of listening to a historian talk about it. They acted it out, and you learn that way. And for me, being a visual learner, that was great.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'll agree with Matt. Say 8.5. So I think it's definitely one of our higher rated ones we've watched. So I definitely recommend it. It's fun. It's interesting. It gives you the history. Like I said, tells both sides of the coin. Whoa! What the hell? That was weird. Did you see that?
What's that?
Andrew?
I could have swore I saw Andrew.
I don't see the whiskey. But this is
I didn't see it.
This is the second one we've done of the Wild West series. There's one more about Custer. So if you guys want us check it out earlier, let us know. At some point we will check it out, though, for sure.
Is this the Custer of South Dakota?
Yeah,
Let's go to South Dakota.
I'm up for that.
Yeah, I'm down.
That's a 1-day trip. Well,
It
I would
is.
take an overnight, but
I mean,
it's like 6 hours from here.
Yeah.
me and Cullen did it one day.
I mean, I wouldn't want to. I would stay the overnight. And
I would
Custer
definitely let's stay the overnight.
And enjoy it.
Uh,
Be rushed like Roswell.
Yeah.
Wasn't rushed.
It was pretty rushed.
Yeah, it was.
It was pretty rushed.
We rushed.
There was more
Fucking-
driving than actual.
Yeah, there was like banging on the door at 6 in the morning. Let's get up, get moving, motherfuckers. It's like, whoa, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to go back one time.
So I guess before we get to our outro, though, whose story do you believe most, Sam? Were the Wyatts justified, or were they out cold-blooded killing?
I mean, hard to say.
Hard to say.
Hard to say, just because. I mean, they were bounty hunters, so they were just following their lead, and then people were in it for themselves. So it's hard to say who was really in justice there, because the Western was a pretty ruthless time.
All right, Matt, the hard question.
The more you learn, and especially in today's world, politicians are so corrupt, and I really have a hard time believing politics anymore. I mean, the Earps were, they were in that type of realm of people who I probably wouldn't trust anymore now. I would need more evidence. I don't know.
So for me, I guess, if we're going just off this movie, it definitely, I think, leans more towards the side that the Earps were justified, I think. It definitely starts off in the beginning and you're like, whoa, these guys were way out of line. But then as it goes on, you learn, these side things happened, and, Wyatt only killed the people that killed his brother around, set up the killing of his brother. So back in those times, it's just sort of how it was. It's not like it today. I mean, couldn't do that stuff today at all.
No. Well, you could, but
I mean, you could, but there's a lot more consequences today for sure. You couldn't just ride to another town, then they'd be like, well, I guess we can't get him now. He's 10 miles away. So if you guys want to see more from us here at Culz Paranormal, including more Culz reviews, click the link that's now over Matt's face. If you want to see more from us here at Culz Paranormal, click the link that's over Sam's face. Jeez. And don't forget to like and subscribe.
And hit that notification bell. And if you want to get notified on all of our videos, make sure to switch it from personalized to all. Other than that, have a good October.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. It's Halloween week. Alright, we really gotta find
This
Andrew.
is Halloween. This is
Halloween.
Stop. We gotta. Hey, Wendell. Hey, Wendell. Let's go find Andrew. Andrew. No, guys, you gotta.
Oh, bye.
Oh, yeah, we're finding Andrew. That's right. Sorry.
Andrew.
Andrew.
Andrew!
Guys, where'd you go? Hello? Where the fuck did they go?